What's up, guys? Neil Orfield here, taking a look at the Stokastic MLB DFS Lineup Generator for tonight's slate. While you're coming in, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification button so you can get alerts when our shows go live. Of course, if you haven't signed up yet for the Lineup Generator, you can still get it for 50% off your first week using the link in the description of this video on YouTube or just in my tweet if you're on Twitter. It's going to be just $4.48 for your first week. If you use that link, still going to be just $8.95 after that first week. Still a great deal for a tool that only gives you long-term profitable lineups. All right, we're going to start here looking at some DraftKings lineups. I'm going to do all stack types, all lineup types. Not going to lock anybody. First lineup we get here, Touki Toussaint and Zach Wheeler as the pitchers. We've got a 5-2 Rockies Diamondbacks Coors stack here with Teoscar Hernandez as a one-off. Looks like this one not actually all the way on the chalky end of the spectrum. I was expecting it to be a little bit chalkier given all these Coors bats, but we've got some pretty low-owned bats in Coors today. Let's take a look at the top pitchers tool start for first with Touki Toussaint and Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler, third on the board with a 16% chance of being a top two pitcher. Touki Toussaint, kind of middling, 8% chance of being a top two pitcher, 5% ownership, 13% chance of being a top two value pitcher. Just 6,900 for Touki Toussaint. Looking good here. And then the pitcher, the bats, we've got Arizona top of the board, 16% chance of being the top stack. Colorado third with an 8% chance of being the top stack. Both have a little bit of positive leverage relative to their ownership. All right, I'm going to save this lineup, see what the next one brings. And this one moves to the chalky end of the spectrum. Now we've got Bailey Ober and Dakota Hudson as the pitchers, a 5-3 Diamondbacks Braves stack. Let's take a look at the top pitchers tool first, Bailey Ober and Dakota Hudson. Bailey Ober, top of the board with a 17% chance of being a top two pitcher. Dakota Hudson, again, pretty middling down there with Touki Toussaint with a 7% chance of being the top pitcher against Oakland today. And then we had the Diamondbacks and the Braves as our stacks. Again, they are the top two stacks in the top stack. So 16% chance for the Diamondbacks, 9% chance for the Braves to be the top stack of the day. All right, I'm going to save this lineup. I'm just going to go through and save 20 lineups. We'll see what our exposures look like after 20 lineups. I just want to know the Braves actually look, these particular Braves look like they are fairly low owned, even though the Braves are pretty popular overall. All right, saving 20 lineups. Final exposure after 20 lineups, I have 75% Gabriel Moreno, similar to what we were seeing yesterday. He's just cheap. He's in Coors, and he fills that catcher spot. So it makes sense that he's gets into some good lineups here. Lourdes Gurriel at 60%, Christian Walker 55%, Ketel Marte 45%. Similar to what we saw yesterday, a lot of Diamondbacks at the top of the board. Not quite as much as yesterday. Yesterday on this first screen, we had all 9 bats from the Diamondbacks. Here we just have 6 of the 9 here. Have to scroll down a little to find Tommy Pham, Buddy Kennedy, and Nick Ahmed to get the rest of those D-backs. What I would do probably if I went through 20 lineups and this is the exposure level that I got, I'd probably cut back a little bit on my Gabriel Moreno and my Gurriel. Probably try to get these guys, maybe get everybody down 50% or lower. Try to spread it out a little bit with my exposure. Maybe I would go find some contrarian lineups to add to the set. So I would, discard a few of these D-backs lineups, try to get every bat below 50%, and then maybe go find some stacks that aren't primary D-back stacks. All right, now I'm going to go and look at some FanDuel lineups as well. Again, going to do all stack types, all lineup types. Not going to lock anybody. First lineup we get has Jordan Montgomery as the pitcher. And then we have a 4-3 Mariners Braves stack with Jorge Polanco as a one-off. First, I'm going to take a look at the top pitchers tool for FanDuel. Jordan Montgomery second on the board with a 7% chance of being the top pitcher. Then we had the Mariners and the Braves as our stack. So let's take a look at them on FanDuel. Braves second on the board with a 10% chance of being the top stack. Mariners fifth with a 6% chance of being the top stack. So 2 of our top 5 stacks. Our second overall pitcher in the top pitchers tool. A lot of strong plays in this lineup. Still not a ton of ownership, under 100% total lineup ownership. You can see that it's on the contrarian end of the spectrum here, despite projecting very well. All right, I'm going to save this one. This one a little bit chalkier, up to 120% total ownership. David Peterson is the pitcher. Peterson is about 7th on the board with a 5% chance of being the top pitcher. And then we have the Diamondbacks once again with the Twins, 4-4 Diamondbacks and Twins. Again, the Diamondbacks are the top of the board. The Twins lower down the order, 4% chance of being the top stack, but they do have a 9% chance of being the top value stack at 7% ownership. So they allow you to pay up elsewhere a little bit. All right, I am going to save these 20 lineups, see what my exposure looks like after 20 lineups. Pretty spread out today. We got 55% Corbin Carroll, 55% Gurriel, 50% Marte, 40% Christian Walker. Everybody else 30% or lower. That's pretty low. So I would probably just keep it like this. Honestly, I would, if I got to this set of 20 lineups, I would probably be happy just to leave it exactly as is. Looks pretty good to me. I think that is going to do it for this video today. Thanks for watching. Again, if you haven't done so, please do like the video. Helps us out a lot. If you're going to sign up, use the link in the description of this video or in my tweet to get 50% off your first week.